the great garden heist, Chubby Returns. You know, a couple days ago I showed you some of the damage on some of the sweet potato leaves. Well, I think I've got a combination that might help. Sweet bananas and fiery hot sauce. We'll see if Chubby falls for it. I think Chubby's been going up over the top of the deer fence. I did see him skirting around the edge of this garden, so I set up this live trap. We've got sweet bananas in here. That ought to entice him if he's gonna come back. Now, our hot pepper patch took a beating with all of that rain, but it's kicking in, and we've got hot peppers coming on. We even got some really hot ones. This is the one we overwintered. This is a perfect place to mix this up. You know, when you grow way more hot peppers than you can eat, part of the reason is you want to brew up some hot pepper sauce. And no, I'm not going to taste this. I already did. It's very, 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 very hot. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up another batch of Chubby Blockade, and it's 100% organic. I'm just going to put my hot pepper juice in this container. Now, groundhogs, they do have a sensitivity to capsaicin. A lot of other animals don't. But they also do not like castor oil. And I went ahead and I got some liquid castor oil, or some oily castor oil as it were. And I've already mixed up one batch and sprayed everywhere. We're just going to reinforce it tonight. I'm just going to put in about the same as I had last time. And then I'm just going to fill the rest with water. Now, don't do what I do and fill it all the way to the top. You want to have some room for your spout to go in. Otherwise, you're going to be wearing some of it. Your spout back in. Just mix that up, and you just pump this down. And I'm more going to just spray around the plants than on them. I'm getting a little bit on them, so if that groundhog does decide he's going to taste them, he'll back off. But I'm hoping, but so far, just by spraying around it, it's kind of deterred him from even coming over here. And even here where I showed you that he had eaten, we've got brand new growth. So that's showing me this is at least helping a little bit. They like the sweet potatoes and the cabbages, but we've harvested almost all of our cabbages. But as far as the chaos garden goes, we've got watermelon, cowpeas, some kind of squash, sweet potatoes, corn, and I think there's beets in there. Actually, I kind of know there's beets in there. And this also has new growth on it, so I know he hasn't been down here since we sprayed it last. And over here we had almost no damage. And some of that might be because there's these beans over here. And I don't know how these sweet potatoes came up on the far north part of the garden, but it looks like nothing's found them yet. Although our fig tree is growing pretty good. Since he also did eat a couple of our squash, I'm going to spray the ground right around here as these get bigger. We've got these trombone squashes everywhere. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple this year. This is going to be a three-part series. Tonight we are going to talk about Chubby, but we're also going to look at what pollinate your garden. That'll be tomorrow. Then Sunday, we've got something special. So why am I sitting out here with a jug and a jug? Well, we're going to make some compost tea, and then we're going to look at the critters in the ground. The things that actually break down the dirt, you know, the sand, silt, and clay, the things that grow your plants. We're going to take a look at a few of them. But to do that, we're going to have to make some tea. Now, I've looked at all kind of recipes, and a lot of them look like a witch's brew to me, and I'm no chemist. And if I'm not going to mix something up and do all of this fancy stuff, I'm not going to use it. But Dr. Elaine Ingham, her tea is basically cheesecloth with finished compost. So we do this deep mulch, and it's basically cold compost. So I'm going to take a sample of our garden soil, and this is the easiest tea you can make, just like a cup of tea. And I'm going to steep it in the same container I'm going to use as a sprayer. It's clean, so why not? And I did go spend 50 cents on some distilled water. That way I know I don't have any chlorine or chloramine or any other chemicals in there. Well, let's go ahead and start making our tea. Now the trick is, look at that. Pull that mulch back down the soil. Now the trick is to make a tea bag that's going to fit inside of there. So I'm just going to take some cheesecloth. Just take a little bit of this top layer. I'm just going to put that in there. Try to elongate it a little bit. Put a string around it. And from what I understand, you want to suspend this in the water. And we're just going to let this steep just like tea. You don't want to let it sit for more than 36 hours. We are going to add a fish tank bubbler to speed this up, so Sunday we'll be able to see what our results are. Okay, well, I got that in there. Let's just fill this up with water. Got a gallon of water and I got a gallon jug. I think I planned this out. Okay, well that's suspended in there, and I'm going to take my string and I'm going to just loop this around so it doesn't fall in there so I can get it back out. And I will take a little sample of this here in just a few minutes, and we'll make a slide and we'll see if we can't see anything in here right now. Let's go ahead and put our PhD to good use. The hardest part about making this tea is going to be convincing my wife to be able to bring it in the house and use the outlet to put that bubbler on it. And you can use any kind of air bubbler from a fish tank. I got a cheap one off of Amazon. I'll see if it works. If it does, I'll let you know what it is. But I'm just going to take this little pipette. I'm going to get a little bit of this water. We're going to go ahead and put it on a slide and we'll see what we have. Shiny objects. Yeah, I'll get to that slide. Oh. You can do this too. It's been a long, long time since I made a slide, but I believe we just put a drop right in the middle. Well, it looks like we have something. Ooh, there's a big something. Where'd you go? Come here. Well, until I get that completely dialed in, that's what we got. First time I've used a microscope in, well, 50 years, maybe longer. We'll play with it a little bit. We're gonna let that tea soak. We'll see what we come up with. And in the morning, we'll see if Chubby took the bait or if the castor oil kept him away. Tomorrow, remember, we're going to celebrate you and what's going on in your garden. I'm also going to go watch some honey being harvested if it doesn't rain tonight. And then on Sunday, we're going to check that tea. Hopefully I'll have it dialed in. We can see a little more life. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.